Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Siti Nur and I'm from a class of Economics and Business Syari'Ah. Here, I will explain the difference between murabahah, asalam, istisna, qard, rahn, and wadi'ah contracts. Well, at first one is murabahah. From the scheme above, the stages of transaction carried out by Syari'ah banks in their murabahah are: at first, the customer submits an application for the procurement of goods, and the bank makes observation regarding the customer's eligibility. 2. If the customer's request is accepted, the bank conducts a credit sale and purchase transaction with the customer. The customer pays a down payment, the rest will be paid in installments over the time frame set by the bank. 3. Banks buy goods to dealers in cash and have them delivered directly to customers. 4. After the goods are sent, the customer is obliged to pay installments to the bank, and the bank benefits from the difference between the dealer price and the customer price. And the second is asalam. There are two types of asalam, namely by asalam and parallel asalam. At the first, I will explain about by asalam. As for the flow of the by asalam scheme, it can be seen that 1. Consumers or Muslim place orders with the specification of the desired goods in terms of shape, size, material, and so on. 2. Consumers or Muslims carry out negotiation accompanied by a greeting contract with the seller or Muslim fee to find an agreement. 3. Consumers make payments for orders in advance after finding an agreement between both parties to transact greetings. 4. Seller prefer to purchase according to orders from consumers or Muslims. 5. The seller should send the goods produced or ordered to the buyer according to the agreed date at the beginning. The second type of asalam is a parallel asalam. From the parallel asalam scheme, it can be seen that first the bank as the buyer places an order from goods with the specifications of the desired goods, then negotiates as asalam contract with the seller as the producer. 2. The bank as the buyer makes payments to the seller as the producer when both parties have reached an agreement for the asalam contract transactions. 3. The buyer, in this case the customer, places an order according to his wishes with the specification of the goods ordered and negotiates and makes a greeting agreement with the bank. 4. The buyer, in this case, is the customer making payment to the bank as the seller after agreeing to carry out the asalam transactions. 5. The seller, in this case, is a producer appointed by the bank, deliver goods ordered by customers or buyers to the bank as a buyers. 6. The bank as the seller sends the goods to the customer as the buyer. The third is istisna. The picture is an istisna contract scheme where Syari'ah banks are positioned as sellers. In this case, the customers orders goods according to specifications to the bank. When agreed, the bank orders the goods from the manufacturer. While the goods are made, the customer pays money to the bank by paying in advance, in installments, or at the end. When the goods are finished, the goods are sent directly to the customer. The fourth is a qard. The explanation of the qard loan scheme is that the bank and the customer enter into a financing agreement with a qard contract. Then the bank provides 100% capital to the customers or entrepreneur who has the skills and is a fund manager. Furthermore, the customer conducts business activities with the profits obtained 100% belonging to the customer, and the bank gets a 100% return on business capital. The fifth is a run. The scheme explained that 1. The lender agrees on the run on rentage lease contract with the loan. 2. The lender receives the goods or securities for the goods. 3. The recipient of the goods will return the goods guaranteed when the contract is completed. And last is a wadi'ah. There are two types of wadi'ah, namely wadi'ah yad domanah and wadi'ah yad amanah. At the first, I will explain about wadi'ah yad domanah. When viewed from the scheme above, the goods or assets deposited are turned by the bank in a business which from the business creates profits that are intended specifically for the bank. The bank's decisions to give a bonus or not depends on the bank's own policy. At the second, I will explain about wadi'ah yad amanah. From this scheme, the wadi'ah amanah contract is depicted in a simpler process. That is, the custodian will provide the goods to be deposited. However, as a service for storage, the custodian pays. This usually happens in Islamic banks on safe deposit box products. Okay, that's all I can say, and thank you for your information. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.